Investing these days is a little bit like you playing tennis against Jimmy Connors. You're going to need all the professional help you can get. Payne Weber can supply that help. A full range of services and financial advice to help you make those difficult decisions. Because at Payne Weber, we believe the quality of life just might depend on the quality of your investments.
Hey, great match. Thanks, Jimmy. Thank you, Payne Weber. Next time I'm with those guys on my team, okay?
84 SEIKO Super Tennis from Tokyo is brought to you in part by Mobil Super Unleaded Gasoline. It's really powerful. By Transamerica. For insurance, manufacturing, and transportation, the power of the pyramid is working for you. By the account executives of Payne Weber in over 285 offices nationwide. By Volvo, a car you can believe in. And by SEIKO, setting the standard for the world for the future. And now to Yoyogi National Stadium in Tokyo for USA Sports, Donald Dell and Tom Gullickson.
And here on the center court, in this beautiful stadium here, used for the Olympics, this court is laid over a swimming pool underneath the Yoyogi National Tennis Stadium in Tokyo. Ivan Lendl there at the net, warming up with Jimmy Connors for today's men's singles final. I'm Donald Dell, along here in the booth with Tom Gullickson. Lendl and Connors, of course, just walked on the court. They have a 5-minute warm-up under the rules. And Tom, tell us, when you're warming up, what does a player try and do?
Well, basically, Donald, when you warm up, you're trying to loosen up all your shots. You're trying to maybe work on your movement a little bit, you know, work up a little bit of a sweat. So when you start the match, that first game, you're ready to come out of the blocks fast. Especially these two guys are both very strong front runners. So I think whoever gets off to a good start today, you know, might end up controlling the match.
Ivan Lendl, of course, is the 1983 winner here in SEIKO, defeating the young American star Scott Davis last year. Davis had a great week in Tokyo in '83. This year, however, it shows how the fortunes change. He lost in the first round to Marty Davis, 7-6 in the tiebreaker in the third set. So Lendl again through to the finals, and he's playing his old nemesis,
2 minutes, gentlemen.
the great competitor from Belleville, Illinois, Jimmy Connors, in the red at the far side. Connors, 32 years of age, now makes his home Sanibel Island, Florida. His wife Patty is back in America this week with their child Brett, who's just started school. Patty Connors, of course, expecting their second child in December. Ivan Lendl on this side is 25 years of age, from Ostravia, Czechoslovakia. He now spends a great deal of time in Greenwich, Connecticut, in America. And he was a finalist at this year's U.S. Open. He played that great match against Pat Cash in the semifinals, winning 7-6 in the tiebreaker. Jimmy Connors, you see, warming up with the new racket that he's using. He's discarded that metal T2000, Tom. He likes the little bit oversized graphite that he's using now.
Yeah, I don't think he could find any more of those T2000s left, Donald.
They were classic antiques. Connors and Lendl last faced each other at Wimbledon in July.
1 minute, gentlemen.
In the semifinals, with Connors winning in 4 sets. And they haven't played a major event since, although they played a couple of exhibitions during the summer. How much pressure, Tom Gullickson, is there in the finals? Is the finals a different kind of match than, say, the quarterfinals or the round of 16?
Yes, I think, you know, the finals is what every player plays for.
Lendl won the toss.
You obviously have to win the matches to get to the finals, but you know, your dream is, and your goal is to win tournaments. And these guys, you know, both obviously have been there many times before, and they won't feel as much pressure as someone who doesn't get there as often. But they'll both still be feeling a little bit of pressure out there today.
Ivan Lendl ranked 3 in the world on the ATP computer, warming up the serves. Lendl defeated Sammy Jamalva 6-4, 6-1 in the opening round here. Then he beat the youngster from USC, Matt Anger, very easily, 6-love, 6-2 in the second round. In the quarters, the Indian veteran Vijay Amritraj fell to Lendl 6-4, 6-4. And then yesterday, Ramesh Krishnan, the youngster from India who played so well beating Mats Wilander here on Friday, Lendl beat him in a good match 6-2, 6-4 to get into today's final. In the top half of the draw, the #1 seed, ranked 2 in the world, Jimmy Connors, defeated Terry Moore in the first round 2-4. And in the second round played Bob Green, the fellow who did so well at the Open this year, qualifying to play McEnroe in the 16s. Connors won handily 6-4, 6-2. Then in the quarters against Mark Dixon, the big server from Florida, Connors again in a tight match won 6-4, 7-5. And yesterday in the semifinals against Andres Gomez, the #4 seed, Connors prevailed 6-3, 6-2. And the chair umpire has just called for Jimmy Connors to start serving. First point of the match, the 1984 SEIKO Super Tennis. Tom Gullickson, if the first point's any indication, we may have a nice long baseline struggle here.
Yeah, this court is not a fast court. It's a medium supreme court, and it's a very good court to hit ground strokes on. The ball stays very low here because it's on the wood, so I think that might be a little bit more to Jimmy's advantage today.
15-love. Called good, I believe. Skipped off the line, and a tremendous rally on the second point. Let's see it again.
30. Love.
Jimmy taking that cross-court backhand very deep, then taking the shorter ball and ripping it down the line. Jimmy's got the best down-the-line backhand in the game.
Why?
He takes the ball so early.
Ivan Lendl there, nervously playing with his ear, down 30-love. First game of the match. I would say that both players are starting very quickly. The rallies are long and hard fought. Connors leading 40-love. Watch him come in fast here. Keeps the volley well in front of him. Look at the footwork. Plants himself, hits the high forehand, and crisply knocks it off. 40-love. Match only 2 minutes old, and we've seen 3 great rallies.
Game Connors.
And so Jimmy Connors holds serve at love and goes up. 1-0 in the opening
First game.
set. We'll pause now for these messages from our local cable systems. This is SEIKO Super Tennis on the USA Network. Lendl will serve, trailing love 1. Finals in Tokyo. Looking very trim and slim. Ivan Lendl's lost 8 pounds the last couple of weeks on his new tennis diet. We'll talk about later. It's good.
$15-love.
Both players extremely competitive when they play each other. They've played 17 times in match play, and Connors leads in head-to-head wins 12-5. Good.
Lendl with his new play there, he kind of sneaks in to three-quarter court and tries that topspin volley.
all.
He does it just as well as anyone in the game.
Let's watch it again, Tom. He's got that roll volley off the backhand. Contrary to all the coaching when they say don't swing volley, Lendl does just the opposite.
First service.
You get the feeling here at the start that Connors is letting Lendl know it's going to be a long day and a long struggle, because he is really playing tough on every rally. He's not slowly warming into the match at all. And, go ahead.
Jimmy told me yesterday, he said this match is going to be like a sprint. Whoever can get off to a very good start, you know, will possibly control the match. So he, you know, he has been lately kind of warming up into his matches, but today he's really going to try to jump on him right from the very first point.
The Lendl serve knocked that center line there. They knocked it down. They had to reset it. The net is 6 inches higher in the doubles alley down the line than it is in the center on the service line.
Well, Jimmy moving very well there. No, not too many players in the world would have gotten back that first serve. He got it back reasonably deep and ended up winning the point.
Whoa! 15-30. Second game of the match. Connors leading. 1-love. Now, you mentioned, Tom Gullickson, that Lendl has gotten very emotional this week. There's an example.
Yeah, he's been, you know, even though he's been winning relatively easily, you know, every time he's missing his shot, he's showing a lot more emotion than usual.
First service.
He told me that was one of the ways he uses to fire himself up. You know, if he's winning a match easily, he stays on top of himself by getting upset with himself.
Sort of the way you do to your brother Tim in doubles. You try to keep him fired up so you're constantly yelling at him.
That's right.
First service.
We will talk a little later about the world-famous doubles team of Gullickson and Gullickson. Played all over the world. 15-40, double break point to Connors and a second serve to come. Lendl saves one as Connors overplays the baseline.
30-40.
Connors, with a great effort by Lendl, hits the baseline. So Lendl saving a second break point. We're at deuce. How important, Tom, is it for a player to get off to a quick break like that if Connors could break serve here?
Well, especially in Jimmy's case, it's very important because, you know, he tends to lose serve, you know, once or twice a set sometimes, but he can always count on breaking. But Lendl, you know, it's got that big first serve, and when you get a chance to break Lendl, you've got to jump on him.
Advantage, Lendl.
That was not a Japanese ball boy that you heard. That was James Scott Connors. Not quite sure what he said from up here, but I was less than happy.
Well, he's been over here 2 weeks now. I think he's picking up some of the language.
Advantage, Lendl. And he goes for the ace down the center. The big first flat serve misses.
Good play by Jimmy there. He hit a moon ball to the baseline, and then when Lendl hit the high topspin back, he snuck in and volleyed it. Very, very intelligent play.
Just barely wide by a fraction.
Advantage, Lendl.
Chair umpire is Bob Jenkins, well-known Wimbledon umpire. He's the one who had the opportunity to do the McEnroe finals a couple years in a row now. Well-known umpire from England. Formerly a rugby player. Lendl missing that first serve a lot here, first game.
But when you're playing against Jimmy, who does have the best return in the world, you tend to over-hit your serve sometimes, trying for a little bit extra.
Tom, do you mean that? You said that at the beginning of our show. Do you feel he has the best return in the world? You say it very casually.
Yeah, I think he does. You know, he sees the ball very early, and he takes a good quality first serve, and he hits it back very deep and hard. So he really negates the advantage of the server more effectively than anyone.
Once again, the net post there that has to be measured very carefully, and it's going to be a problem. Connors doesn't want to stop play because it'll give Lendl 2 serves. And now I think when they come back, they've got to measure from the singles alley where to put that net post. And you see there, that's what makes the higher net at that area, at that point, is 6 inches higher than in the center. Tom, that makes a big difference, doesn't it, on your down the line shots?
Yes, very much so. You know, you have to definitely plan for a little more net clearance, either by hitting it higher over the net or using more topspin to help get it over that high part.
Now, did he say first serve there?
Yeah, first serve.
That's a big break for Lendl. And he got a first serve, but misses.
Great down the line backhand again by Connors, putting a lot of pressure on that Lendl backhand early in this match.
Advantage.
Do you feel that's Lendl's weaker side, the backhand?
He's dangerous off both sides, but I think, you know, he'll tend to slice that backhand a little bit when he's off balance and out of position, and Jimmy would probably plan to take advantage of that today.
It's long.
Use.
There you see the great hand-eye coordination of Connors. He hit that ball back with the butt of his racket after he had made the error. He was disgusted, but God, that's not easy to do on the timing.
That's why he plays pretty good golf also, Donald.
Stan Smith and Arthur Ashe, if you're watching, eat your heart out. Connors, they tell me, is a pretty good golfer. You guys are still struggling. This is a long second game. 6 deuces. Lendl serving second ball. He doesn't want to fall behind the start of this match. Great play by Connors, a better volley by Lendl, who guessed perfectly on that shot. See it again.
Another moon ball deep to the
Advantage,
backhand.
Lendl.
Jimmy sneaks in. Instead of approaching, he goes for that surprise drop shot. And Lendl reads that cross-court volley. A down the line or a lob over the head.
Great quickness and anticipation by Lendl. Picked it off right off. Very quick. Advantage Lendl.
Game Lendl.
And so Lendl, after 7 deuces, escapes and holds serve for 1-all here in the first set.
1 game all. First set.
Ivan Lendl, 25 years old, from Prague, living in Greenwich, Connecticut now. Returned to the Czech Davis Cup team this year after a mishap last year with the government. But their fortunes weren't reversed as the Swedish team beat them 2 weeks ago in Båstad, Sweden, 5-0, and that was a big shock to everyone in Czechoslovakia.
Love 15.
Tries the drop shot, misses. What do you think Connors and Lendl are trying to do here in the opening 2 games, Tom?
Well, I think, you know, basically they're both looking for their rhythm on their ground strokes. They're both basically baseline players, and they're really trying to move each other around and try to see where the weaknesses are today. You know, every match is a little bit different. They might hit a shot better some days than others. I think Jimmy needs to do that. I think he needs to come into that net a little bit more.
You see him on that first serve, swinging Lendl wide. He comes in, scoops that forehand, rolls it behind Lendl very effectively. 15-all. 1-all, first set.
So silly. 30-15.
Lendl expressing himself to himself. It's so silly, he says, as he makes the error over the baseline. You've got to really probe Connors, who has one of the best ground stroking abilities in tennis. He's very comfortable playing Lendl from the baseline. And he slices that serve wide.
40-15.
There you see him, Jimmy Connors. No American has dominated the game in America like he has for 10 years. Remarkable records. 7 Grand Slam titles, 5 U.S. Opens,
Game Connors.
2 Wimbledons, and Connors holds for 2-1 first set.
Connors leads by 2 games to 1. First set. Quiet, please.
Both players out quickly. Connors leading 2-1, but they're on serve. I was telling Jimmy the other day, Tom, I believe that new racket the graphite, the pro staff that he's changed to. A little bigger face, a little stiffer racket. Helps his ground strokes.
Yeah.
Particularly his first serve.
Yeah, I think his serve has definitely picked up. You saw in that last service game, he got 2 free points off his serve.
I'm not sure I've convinced him, but I believe that in watching him play. I think he gets a little more depth. He doesn't feel from time to time he can move the racket through the air quite as quickly. A little more air resistance, and he's a sort of a wristy player from time to time on short balls, but overall I think he feels the racket's really helped him.
Love.
No sooner do you say that than he blames the racket for the error. 30 love to Lendl. Never fails.
Great wide slice backhand. Connors slices his two-hand backhand better than any other player in the game. He got him very wide that time and forced the forehand air.
Lendl looking very slim, Tom Gullickson. I think he's lost about 8 pounds in the last month on a new diet, he says, Robert Haas diet. He's been working, Dr. Haas been working so closely with Martina, and Lendl says it's for real, that the hydrocarbonate diet really pays off.
Well, if I could hit my forehand like that, I'd probably go on that diet too, Donald.
I like just to have his physique, the heck with the strokes.
30 all.
30 all. We're at Tokyo, Japan, the Yoyogi National Stadium. We're in the finals of the '84 SEIKO Super Tennis.
Yeah, Lendl told me yesterday, he said he feels he's moving better now that he's lost the weight. And, you know, I've watched him play almost every match this week, and I think he definitely is moving a lot quicker around the court.
He also says he doesn't get tired as much. He feels a lot more vitality, which is really a big factor, I think, to a tennis player. The mental psychology of not feeling tired.
This reminds me of a heavyweight boxing match, Donald. These guys are really slugging that ball from the baseline.
You don't realize, Tom, unless you've traveled in the game as much as we have, every rally is being bitterly fought at the beginning of this match. I mean, they're having 6, 8, 10, 15 hits trying to probe and mentally wear down the other guy. 40-30 to Lendl. 1-2. Great serve. Lendl will get it, and he returns the favor with a topspin lob. Connors saves it.
Great.
And Lendl, with a marvelous play, gets out of a real hole. Let's see it again if we can get it on Tokyo television.
Big first serve down the middle. An ace against most players. Connors guesses right. Lendl on the stretch backhand volley, way out of position.
Stay quiet during
getting back there quickly and hitting a topspin forehand lob over the head. Connors chasing it back, but the overhead is the answer.
And that was an awfully big point because it was a game point to Lendl, and he holds for 2-all.
Well, Connors has had chances in both of Lendl's opening 2 service games. He hasn't come through with a break.
Lendl's looking at the line on the baseline. I think he thinks it's a little bit crooked, the way they laid the court down, but he's obviously bothering Connors a little bit. Connors is dying to serve.
Well, knowing the Japanese, Donald, I'm sure they probably went over that court with a fine-tooth comb.
They're very precise people. very friendly and helpful to us over here. We appreciate and thank Tokyo, with TBS, excuse me, Channel 6 over here, who we are working with today and using their picture and their camera crews.
15 love.
A good approach to the Lendl backhand. Had him a little off balance, and he sliced that backhand into the net.
Connors really attacks that high bounding backhand. He gets a short ball, Tom. He drills it, leaving the ground. His feet jump off the ground, and he hits it at topspin. Of course, that is his trademark, the two-hander cross court. That is the shot he and Chris Everett Lloyd made famous all over the world. All the kids in tennis today now using that two-hander because of Connors and Everett.
Another good first serve by Jimmy, catching the line. He's getting out Ivan out wide on that backhand. Everyone always says, Donald, that left-handers are cheating a little bit when they play.
They sure are, and you would know, being a left-hander, you've been cheating most of your life. And the big points. Now the serve is really an advantage to a lefty. It comes in a different angle, different slice, and it's a big advantage.
Game Connors.
Lendl taking a chance there at Corey Love and went for the winner down the line.
And so Jimmy Connors holds for 3-2 first set.
First set.
We'll pause now for these messages from our local cable system. Lendl to serve. 6th game of the match. 2-3 on serve. Lendl came in on a good cross-court approach, but he missed the low volley. Connors shovels that forehand into the net. Lendl, we noticed the last time around, carries sawdust in his right pocket, and he will then take it out and put it on the butt of his racket to try and dry it off a little bit. Andres Gomez also carries a lot of sawdust when he plays for the same reason. We're kidding him yesterday. Maybe they ought to endorse some sawdust as they travel around the tour, the two of them, on a package. $15 all.
That was a perfect example. Jimmy really BB'd his backhand into that Lendl forehand and got him out wide on the forehand. And then he hit that approach up to Lendl's backhand, drawing the air.
Tremendous height on that lob in this building. There's no rafters, and Lendl used to advantage.
15.
Now watch
40.
here, because Connors is going to come in. Tremendous punch volley right in the corner. Now look at Lendl. He sets that ball up maybe 100 feet. Connors wisely bounces it and knocks it off easy. But that was a tough shot.
Great overhead from Connors. It's hard looking up in those lights up there.
He's got 2 break points, 15-40, let called. And this is the 3rd time that Connors has had a play on Lendl's serve. Two break points at 2-3.
Lendl missing a lot of first serves there early in the match, Donald.
Sure is. Connors seems to content to play to the Lendl backhand when he gets a choice. Connors, when he got the short ball, worked his way in quickly, took advantage of it, and has broken serve here for 4-2.
Connors leads by 4 games to 2, first set.
You get the feeling, Tom Gullickson, that Connors is really all business. This is not your normal exhibition match. These guys are really competing hard in the finals here, and they both want the Volvo Grand Prix points, and they like the first prize money.
Yeah, Connors is 2nd and Lendl is 3rd in the Volvo Grand Prix standings, and they'll both be getting a nice check at the end of the year.
$3 million bonus pool in the Volvo Grand Prix. Our statistician today is Heather McLaughlin from the Volvo staff. We appreciate her efforts. Is ground stroking tennis at its best. Both players trying to probe and penetrate the other.
15 love.
Connors hitting that great deep down the line backhand, sneaking in, making the good forehand volley. Lendl's got to go down the line on the forehand, and Connors reads it perfectly.
There's a reverse angle of that same play. And look at Connors. Boy, he's got quick hands. Good anticipation. And those people who say he can't volley don't know his doubles record with Ilie Nastase. They won the French, they won Wimbledon, but it was literally 10 years ago.
Lendl really needs to break now to get back into this match, so he's really going to be trying to be intense this game and really go after this game and get right back into this match.
Real good first serve by Connors. Well placed and deep. Lendl thought it was maybe out. No call. 4-2, 30-15. Connors shook Lendl off and turned around to wait before he has that first serve. He misses, trying to keep the ball deep to Lendl's backhand. 30 all, and what an important 2 points right here. Difference between 5-2 and 4-3 in this kind of match is immense. That ball was on the wrong side of the net. I believe Connors missed it.
Right.
30.
He had the easy overhead, and he didn't put it away. He mishit it slightly. Good approach down the line. Good topspin lob. And didn't quite get all that overhead, but there's a lot of room back there.
Connors misses that forehand. And Lendl now has the break point. Sawdust you see flying there is from his pocket.
Game Lendl.
So Connors missing a forehand, and Ivan Lendl breaking back now. Trails 3-4 with his serve to come. Lendl, as usual, out quickly. He's holding up the new balls to Connors as a courtesy. He's waiting to get Jimmy's eye, so that Jimmy knows he's serving with the lighter, faster new balls, which is a courtesy in men's tennis that they show the balls to each other. 3-4. Now somebody's bothering Connors on the photography side. Connors seeded number 1, Lendl number 2 in this tournament, although Lendl is the defending champion. Drops in. And Lendl wisely let that ball bounce and wait for the spin to come off of his shot. And then hit a winner.
Love.
A great defensive lob by Lendl there, kept him in the point, and ultimately won it for him.
Lendl has really lobbed well off the topspin on 3 or 4 critical points in this first set where he's been out of position. One was a break point, and he got away with it. We'll have the men's doubles finals following the singles. Connors saves it. And that was a little unlucky. It hit the top of the net and dropped back.
30. Love.
Perfect example of the Connors return there. Against most players, that would have been an unreturnable serve. And Jimmy stretched full length and got it back almost on the baseline.
Good serve. Lendl really well places that ball. Well, the Jamava brothers on the left of your screen, they'll be playing in the men's doubles. That was the players section that they just showed us. Sammy and Tony Jamava will be playing Edmondson and Stewart in the finals here in Tokyo following the singles. We'll be bringing that to you, so stay with us if you like men's doubles. Connors really waited and waited until Lendl committed himself. He could have virtually hit that shot anywhere, but he wanted Lendl to move first, and then he played behind him. But it's 40-15 to Lendl, trying to get to 4-all.
Lendl moving very well on that point. Connors had him moving all over the court, and yet he still was able to hit a fine forehand
4 games all.
to Connors' low backhand volley, and Connors netted it.
We're at 4-all. In the first set, the seeds here this week were and are Jimmy Connors 1, Lendl, Wilander, Gomez, Yared of Sweden, Schmidt of Czechoslovakia, Scott Davis at 7, and Brad Gilbert, both 7 and 8 from America. Awfully strong tournament field here in SEIKO. But the number 1 and 2 players are through to the finals, and Lendl has broken back for 4-all. Beautiful backhand shot. Lendl threads the needle.
Love 15.
Somebody moving behind Connors, bothering Lendl.
Well, he got passed on the backhand in the last point, so he decided to come in the forehand this time with more success. Taking that short ball, sliding it down the line, a little slice. Easy backhand volley for a winner.
All. Connors taking plenty of time here between rallies.
Son of a witch.
15-30.
Son of a witch. That's a new line in tennis. Following presidential debates in America and the press reports of all the different controversies, Connors picked up on it. He better pick up right here on his first serve. Lendl's getting stronger. He's back in this match. 15-30, 4-all. Lendl's got it. Connors has got it. And Tom, you're seeing great tennis now by both players. Maybe the best rally of the match.
Good wide serve, way out wide at the backhand. Jimmy hits a good approach there. Lob over the backhand side. Great little angle volley. Lendl got it. Stretched up high. Netted that backhand down the line. Unbelievable all-court tennis. Jimmy feeling that point a little bit there.
Well, you're not kidding.
He's played a few of them, though, in his lifetime.
He still likes the battle. The competitive struggle known as men's tennis is something Jimmy Connors seems to feed on, even at 32 years of age. And every player in the game knows that and fears that or respects that.
Lendl didn't move his feet up to that short backhand. Jimmy had a little angle roll forehand cross court, and Lendl didn't move up to that ball.
What do you think he was trying to do there? Just slice it, dunk it cross court?
Yeah, Lendl's using that slice to Jimmy's forehand. Jimmy misses some low forehand sometimes, and Lendl's trying to chip that ball, you know, back short to Jimmy's forehand.
Oh!
Game, Connors.
And Lendl's forehand just barely wide. And so Jimmy Connors holds on to his serve after being down 15-30.
Connors leads
And
by
he leads 5-4 first set.
An event rarely televised and some classy mixed doubles prove once again that USA and professional tennis are a perfect match. The Astro Arena in Houston, Texas is the home of the 3rd annual World Mixed Doubles Tournament. Defending champions Jimmy Connors and Chris Everett Lloyd face a field that includes John Lloyd and Wendy Turnbull, Peter Fleming and Billie Jean King, Jimmy Arias and Carling Bassett. Find out who's the perfect match in the semis and finals of the World Mixed Doubles Tournament on USA Saturday and Sunday.
He's rock legend Neil Young. Recorded live in Berlin. Neil Young, Berlin, a USA premiere event at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific next Monday.
Back out on the center court here in Yoyogi Tennis Stadium, the National Olympic Building here. Beautiful panoramic stadium. No archways, no hindrances. And Connors is now in full stride. He has tucked away the first set. He held 1-love the second. Should have lost that game, Tom. He's down love 40.
That was a very big game for Lendl. He needed to change the momentum of the match. And he looked like he had a good chance to do it at love 40 and didn't come through with the break.
That really bothers you, too, doesn't it, when you think about that later on in the match, losing a love 40 game. Connors should come in, but he doesn't. Gets away with that.
Lendl worked hard for that point, but he got nothing out of it.
Love 30.
Yeah, Lendl's got to be a little disappointed that he didn't break. But the key is really holding on to his own serve here. You can't be thinking in the past about the break that you should have just had. You've got to really play in the present and try to win this game right here.
Come on.
15-30.
Connors mutters, "I changed my mind." Now this is a big chance for Jimmy. If he can jump on this opportunity for a break here, he would really be in control. 15-30. Lendl needing a first serve. And he just slaps away at it into the net. It's really a bad use of his first serve.
He seems to be hitting almost all his first serves into the net. He must not be going up for the ball.
That's a very good approach shot by Jimmy. Not only deep, but right on the line and skidded.
15-40.
2 break points.
Jimmy takes that ball so early on the backhand, and he gets his shoulder so far around, you really can't tell if he's going down the line or cross court. Tremendous control on that backhand. Lendl needs a big serve here.
He certainly needs a first serve. And he gets it. Ace. Splits the center line.
First one today, right?
Ace number 1. Let's look at it again. He slices, it snaps of the wrist rather, not a slice. It's a flat serve, and it was perfect. Second break point, 30-40.
Unbelievable return, and he just barely missed that approach shot.
Deuce.
And we're at deuce. Lendl may slip out of the trouble. That's the sawdust we talked about. Constantly he goes to the sawdust, particularly when he's serving. And he and Gomez play doubles next year together. They both using the sawdust. It'll be like a snowstorm out there. And Connors right there. Easy volley.
Another deep, deep shot into the backhand that made that easy volley possible for Jimmy.
Cheers.
Boy, what a time to serve an ace. Lendl's second of the match. Both of them have been on break points. Lendl thought it was good, and so did Connors, because he moved to walk over and change ends. Watch Connors now after this ball hits.
Oh.
Now Connors has conceded the point, if you see, and he's going to walk the other way.
Then you can go home. We can go with the lights and power start, and everybody knows what the score is from the board. It's not even close. It's off the line. I mean, you're afraid of it, or I don't know what you're doing.
Once again, Donald, I think Lendl has a point here. I think his serve definitely looked good from where we're sitting, but
chair umpire Bob Jenkins, we can't hear him.
He's not going to overrule now, so it's pretty academic.
And the debate continues. Lendl says, I've been running my butt off for an hour, and you make a mistake like that. Connors is enjoying it. Every player has been through that same frustration at a different time in his career, so they can empathize. And we're still at deuce. Second game, second set. Love one. Connor's a little unlucky with that let cord because it's popped up, and Lendl had plenty of time. Watch it.
Good angle backhand there by Lendl.
And there Lendl had the forehand. He could go either way. He's still berating chair umpire Bob Jenkins. Jimmy Connors a little frustrated himself.
Game Lendl.
And so Lendl slips out of it. And that was an awfully big turning point for Ivan Lendl.
Second set.
We're at 1-all instead of 2-love.
Jimmy was trying to take that second serve on the rise, hit it and come in, and he just mistimed it a little bit, which you don't see him do too often.
These two players are
15-love.
certainly old and well-known friends of each other on the struggles on the circuit. Played a memorable match in the U.S. Open last year in the finals. Connors won, and then again the Wimbledon semifinals this year. Connors again winning in 4 sets. And Lendl wants to beat Connors in a big tournament.
Connors is serving very well today. He's getting a lot of free points off that first serve. That's 2 points this game that Lendl's missed the return on.
Tom, in May of this year, Lendl beat Jimmy Connors at the WCT Forest Hills 6-love, 6-love on national television in the semifinals. 5 weeks later at Wimbledon, Connors reversed the match score, winning 6-1 in the 4th. How do you do that in a period of 5 or 6 weeks? You lose to a guy love and love on clay, and you beat him in 4 sets on grass.
Well, I think Jimmy's got a lot of pride in himself, number one, and for him to lose love and love, I would guess that'd have to be the only time he's ever lost that badly.
You see it on the scoreboard, and you almost believe it's a misprint.
And I think, you know, Wimbledon being a different surface, and Jimmy plays extremely well on grass because he gets down so low to the ball. And Jimmy has always been able to rise to the occasion in the big moment, like at Wimbledon, U.S. Open.
.40-30.
Great angle return there by Lendl. Connors with a good wide serve, and Lendl chipped that backhand cross court, very, very short angled, and Jimmy barely got to that ball.
We're at deuce. SEIKO Super Tennis, the 1984 finals. Connors, Lendl.
Good approach shot by Lendl that time. He took the ball a little bit earlier than he normally does and hit that forehand down the line.
Lendl.
If you watch the two players, Connors usually stands on the baseline, takes the ball on the rise, and Lendl tends to play behind the baseline, and he lets the ball drop a little bit more.
Here comes Lendl.
Game
He catches that moon ball on the fly, hits it inside out for a winner, and his broken serve will go up 2-1 second set. Lendl again out quickly and first, serving, and he has really extricated himself. He could have easily been down 3-love right now, and he's up 2-1 with the break. And what a turnaround 1 or 2 points can make.
Love 15.
A little careless. Love 15.
Great angle forehand from Connors there. After hitting 2 or 3 balls very hard, he just rolls the cross court for a short angle winner. Great depth there. It's a short one. Right in the corner again. Takes a little one and just rolls it cross court. Great touch there. Don't have to hit every ball hard, Donald.
You sure don't if you just have the right angle.
Love 40.
Connors is turning it right around here and saying, I'm going to get back on this set, my break serve back, and get to 2-all. Not going to let Lendl in this match in a lead at all. If he can help it. 3 break points.
Standing way over by the singles line to serve that first serve.
And Lendl sprays the line perfectly with the backhand.
15-40.
Very risky shot to try at love 40, but he got away with it.
Game Connors.
And so Jimmy Connors
2 games
broken
all,
back.
second set.
And with a sigh of relief, he's at 2-all. Lendl played that game a little loosely.
Made a couple careless errors there, and especially statistics have borne out the fact that most service breaks happen after you've been broken.
Why is that?
I think, you know, you want to get right back in the match, and you know, you're a little upset with yourself, so you try a little bit harder, and you want to get right back in it again, so you really go after that break.
Cannot hit a better shot than that off the drop shot. Lendl full stride. Watch it.
Got up there very quickly. Good wrist roll down the line for winner.
See it from another reverse angle. Look at that topspin shot on the dead run. That's his shot he likes so well, the forehand. And there's the experience of Connors. You saw he suddenly
15-all.
down love 15, served and came in out of the blue.
He's really getting a good wide serve on the ad court today. He's really hitting it very short and getting Lendl pulled way out of the court. That opens up that whole forehand side for his first volley or for his ground stroke.
$15.30.
Miss hit by Lendl.
Big miss there. 15-30 second serve. You got to get that one in play.
The thing ricocheted off the racket and went in the first row on the fly. We're at 30-all. 2-all. Second set. Connors won the first 6-4.
Jimmy's slicing that ball very well over to Lendl's forehand, keeping that ball very low on the court. Lendl's having a hard time getting underneath that ball with his topspin.
And again, Connors with that left-handed serve slices him wide and holds serve for 3-2.
Connors leads by 2, second set.
Here you can see a
95.
beautiful shot of this indoor building here. As you can see, no impediments, no rafters, no sight lines, no problems. This is a gorgeous, magnificent stadium that is now filled to 9,600 people watching today's final. Jimmy Connors is leading Ivan Lendl a set in 3-2. Amazing statistics here in the second set on first serves. Connors at 90%, Lendl at 43% in the second set. What a difference that is. And now Lendl doing all the work. Remember, we'll be bringing you the finals of the Benson and Hedges from Wembley Arena in London on Monday night, November the 12th. Check your local listings. And then 1 week later, the semifinals of the European Champions Championship from Antwerp, Belgium, will be airing on USA Monday and Tuesday night, November 21, 22. ECC, of course, having McEnroe, Lendl, Villander, Noah. Tremendous field, European Champions Championship. Benson and Hedges will also have Connors and I believe Lendl.
all.
I think Jimmy can really sense it now. He got his break back. He was down a break the second set. Got back to even. Now he's up 3-2.
Look at that service ace by Lendl. Slices it wide. Connors is letting Lendl back in this game. 2 errors, 40-15 to Lendl. And Jimmy very unhappy at the moment. And with a little flick of his wrist off a half volley forehand, Lendl pulls for 3-all.
New balls, please.
Both these players will
3
watch
games
it again.
all, second set.
Look at this half volley right here. Well, not really a half volley. He stroked it.
Yeah, he's taking that ball a little earlier this set, Donald. You know, he's coming in and taking that short ball on the rise a little bit better. That's what Connors normally does so well, taking the ball on the rise.
Both these players, of course, will qualify for the Volvo Masters in Madison Square Garden, the finals of the World Circuit, January 8th to 13th, 1985. Get your tickets quickly because that event is always extremely popular in New York. The top 12 players in the world qualifying on the Volvo Grand Prix. And Connors mixing it up.
Taking advantage of those new balls. Hits that first one right in the corner. Good slice, good depth coming in. Easy forehand volley. Getting in tight to the net there.
He waited for Lendl to commit himself before he punched that volley. 15-love. Next weekend, USA will be bringing you the Houston Mixed Doubles Championships from Houston, Texas. Al Troutwig and Mary Carrillo will be down there. What a fabulous field that is. Jimmy Connors and Chrissy Everett-Lloyd defending their title at the Houston Arena. Billie Jean King and Peter Fleming. Jimmy Arias with Carling Bassett are some of the teams entered, and that will be a Very unusual World Mixed Doubles event. So watch it next weekend on USA.
There's a perfect example. Connors hitting that deep cross-court backhand into Lendl's forehand. Lendl catching that one a little bit late. Connors is one of the few players in the world that can trade a cross-court shot with Lendl.
Connor's taking a ton of time here between points. He has 30 seconds to put the ball in play. Both players getting very agitated and impatient with themselves. They're perfectionists, and they're also getting a little tired. Impatience and frustration will increase.
Every rally is about a 10 or 15 ball rally. And they're both, you know, finding all the corners of the court and hitting it very, very hard. So it takes a lot out of you.
30 all. Lendl mad at the bounce. He felt he got a bad hop.
40-30.
Another good serve by Connors, right in that corner, right wide to the backhand. Jimmy seems to be serving and volleying a little bit more this set than he did in the first set.
Lendl just unloaded on that ground stroke.
Use.
Who's more tired, Tom?
Oh, they're both in great shape, Donald. I think Connors would tend to get a little more tired because he normally doesn't win the free points on his serve that Lendl gets. So normally when Lendl's serving well, he gets 1 or 2 free points a game, but that hasn't been the case in this match so far.
Uh-oh.
Advantage Lendl.
First double fault for Jimmy Connors at a bad time. Advantage Lendl. Lendl can get right back into this match if he can win this game.
First service.
Let's see if Connors tries to sneak into the net. I'd like to see Lendl take a chance and come in on these rally. Mix it up.
The right thing, and it's dead.
And that was a big error by Jimmy Connors. He shovels the volley wide. Lendl has the break and leads 4-3 second set. We'll pause now for our local cable systems. This is the USA Cable Network. Ivan Lendl now smelling that he has an opening. He has this break of serve, and he's at 4-3 second set. And I would say this is his biggest chance to press the opportunity. Let's see how he plays it.
Jimmy would like to have that one back. Normally doesn't miss that cross-court backhand.
Just barely on the tape.
All.
You're seeing tennis at its best indoors. Fantastic level of play.
30.
Connors is really opening up Lendl's backhand by sliding his forehand down the line short to Lendl's forehand and then hitting that next one hard cross court. He's really making Lendl play the whole court. Four first serves in a row. He's missed this game.
Lendl made that shot look beautifully easy.
30 all.
Jimmy didn't even move for it because Lendl hit it so perfectly. 30 all. Neither player looking tired, but both players doing a tremendous amount of work.
Out.
Wider and wider up my back there. Just far up. Flip back.
40, 30.
What's that all about?
Lendl's demonstrating how far out that he thought the ball was to the linesman.
To the linesman or to Connors?
To the linesman, I think. The linesman pleaded no C.
Lendl's worked his way to 40-30. He can go up to 5-3 with this point. Jimmy Connors shovels a forehand low and into the net. That has been his one weakness over the years, the low forehand.
Lendl leads by 5
The
games to
weakness
3.
for Connors
Second
is
set.
all relative. But that is the one shot that many have tried to exploit, the low forehand.
This is a good court to exploit it because it's the Supreme Court laid on wood, and the ball stays very, very low on this court.
3-5, second set. Connors has the first, trails here.
Love 15.
You're in Jimmy's position right now. You want to hold right here, play a good solid game, and make Lendl serve out that second set rather than breaking for the set.
And Lendl's climbing all over him now.
Love 30.
Watch the replay. Connors a little short, and look at Lendl's forehand.
Starting to hit his forehand down the line a little bit more now, Donald. He was going cross-court earlier in the match.
Jimmy's a little tired also.
Yeah.
Moves slowly.
Right there.
He didn't move for that one at all. Love 40. 3 set points, and this will be a big
40.
chance for Lendl to move around and start the third set with his own serve. But Connors wants to hold here if he can.
Game and second set for Lendl. 6 games to 3.
Von Lendl has broken serve again and won the second set 6-3. So in the finals of the SEIKO Super Tennis, we're at 1 set all.
When I was growing up, I didn't spend all my time playing tennis. I also had my share of chores, like washing the family car. Now I'm breaking in my replacement. Kids today don't really realize how easy they've got it. You see, we have a JetX.
Yes, JetX is the amazing power spray washer that accelerates water 20 times faster than normal for a power-packed spray that washes second-story windows squeaky clean. Use the fan tip to wash your car. Just power spray on the suds, rinse, and get a professional-looking car wash in just 5 minutes. You can also spray on JetX wax to give your car a beautiful high-luster shine. And JetX is perfect for cleaning vans and campers, mobile homes, cycles, and boats.
It does all that and more. So take it from a pro. Get a JetX. And now I can spend all my time playing tennis.
Spray wash like a pro. It's fast and easy with JetX.
Look for this fine product in the automotive department of your local retailer.
All right, Jimmy Connors back out quickly. Lendl taking a little more time at the other end to get set up on return. Connors now has the break. 1-love, final set. This is Tokyo, Japan. I'm Donald Dell, along with Tom Gullickson. And we're bringing you this on USA, the Tennis Network.
15 love.
Well, Donald, I hope Lendl can put that bad call out of his mind and try to play a good game here. I think he still seems a little upset.
That's funny. I keep waiting sort of for Jimmy Connors to get a little tired. He's been doing a lot of running. Lendl looks very fit. Jimmy lets it bounce, and it was wide.
Well, Jimmy's in great shape for 32 years old. He's played a lot of matches lately, and that's his game, running down 10 or 15 balls a point. He's used to it just like Lendl is. Like you said, Donald, Jimmy loves that battle still after all these years, and I think if you had to define mental
40,
toughness,
love.
you could just say Jimmy Connors.
The Connors volley there. Lendl saves it, but Connors has an open court. 40-love.
Game Connors.
Goes down the middle with that first serve. He has been slicing it wide most of the match, and he caught him a little bit off balance there.
Connors leads.
But Jimmy volleys so well because the quality of his approach shot is better than most players. He's very selective about when he comes in, and when he does come in, it's a very good approach, so he normally gets an easier volley.
Now Lendl trailing love 2. Must hold serve. And again, he keeps banging away, missing those first serves. Very bad percentage the whole day. And it's catching up with a double fault. First double fault for Lendl. That was a great point. Both players playing tremendous tennis.
Love 30.
Why is Jimmy Connors, Tom, winning this match?
Well, Jimmy's winning it because, you know, A, he's serving a very, very high percentage, and he's getting more free points off his first serve than he normally does. And, you know, he's really taking advantage of Lendl's second serve. Like you said, Lendl's serving a very poor percentage. He's really jumping on that second serve.
Love 30.
So
Lendl has missed all 3 first serves this game. Love 30. How quickly the fortunes change here, Tom Gullickson. Triple break point for Connors for 3 love. And I won't ask you who you like at that point. Service, almost an ace.
He needs 2 more big ones to get out of this
15,
game.
40.
Connors knows this is his moment, and any great champion like he is knows when his opportunities are coming. He'll be aggressive on these 2
Got
points.
to close the door right here.
First service.
Connors lines it up, lets the ball bounce, waits, and then knocks off the winner with the 2-handed cross court. Watch it here. Perfect example. Connors hooks it cross court. Lendl pops it up. Now watch Connors. He could have hit it on the fly. He waits, sets up, fakes, and hits to the open court and moves ahead 3 love in the final set. Perfect sequence.
Great movement there by Connors, and that's one thing that he takes away. Lendl hits the ball so hard off his ground strokes that most players aren't able to get to the ball and hit a quality shot. But Connors' great movement really negates a lot of Lendl's power.
And so Jimmy Connors, with 2 breaks of serve, leads 3 love